Why is the value of a Glormy Dolphin not that much inside of Adult Me? Let me go and tell you everything you need to know. The Glormy Dolphin is a pet that you can currently go and get by heading to the moon and going and purchasing it with social stones, an interesting new currency. But why is it that there's not that much value for a brand new legendary pet that recently got added into the game? Well, first of all, we should start talking about previous pets that were legendary that ended up going and losing value. I'm going to start off with the first example being a minion chick. This was a legendary pet inside of the game where literally every single person who played the game was able to go and get it completely for free by instantly hatching a legendary egg. It was pretty easy, and because of that, this legendary is the least valuable legendary to ever exist inside of Adopt Me, because literally every single player had it, basically meaning it's theoretically like a cat or a dog. It's just a common pet that everyone got, so it didn't really earn itself the legendary role. Now, you see, the Glormy Dolphin is going to follow pretty much in its footsteps. To go and get yourself 25 social stones, you can easily obtain that within a couple days, or a day, which means that there's just not that much value to it. Plus, due to the fact of people going and using alt accounts, AFK devices, or bots, it allows people to go and have 10 accounts earning the dolphin all at once on those 10 accounts. Therefore, no one wants to trade for it. And if no one wants to trade for it, people aren't going to go and accept good offers for it. Like, if I'm the only one trading a Gloomy Dolphin, someone's just going to offer me something pretty basic. Now, this follows a theme with some other pets, for example, the Dracula Parrot. Now, this pet is so easy to obtain. When I say so easy, like if you're to go and check any value website, which are obviously set up by random people anyway, who makes these values is completely random and sometimes just completely rigged as well. But this thing is like one of the worst legendaries you can possibly go and get. There's just not that much value to them or not that much demand. So the reason to that is because, again, it was common. You could have got this pet technically for free by knocking over a tombstone. That one was a bit easier to obtain, but a Glormy Dolphin follows a similar concept. Yes, it's a bit harder than going and pressing knock over tombstone and harder than going and pressing hatch an egg, but the fact that people can go and obtain tons of these Glormy Dolphins for free is where people think that there's not much value to it. Now, it's pretty difficult to go and trade this pet. I tried to trade some on the release and I was getting crazy overpay trades because people at that point didn't necessarily realize that it was easy to make. Now, what could have Adopt Me done to have fixed this? Well, there's one of two things. If Adopt Me was to increase the price, then we'd have a ton of people complaining saying that it was too expensive, right? Like, it doesn't make sense. If people say, I wish it was 50 social stones, yeah, the pet would be more valuable, but then you'd get a ton of people complaining saying that the pet's too expensive, you'll have people sad that it's too rare, and then people will be sad and they just won't get it. Which, yeah, does increase the value of the pet, which is good, but then you get upset players. The in-between, I think, should be that it's limited to like one per person, because the value of this dolphin isn't much now. So if they limited it to one per person, yeah, people will go and make alt accounts, but realistically, not many people will go and do this in the grand scheme of things. So for Adopt Me to combat something like this, I think maybe just having a purchase limit of one Gloomy Dolphin would mean that this pet wouldn't have lost a ton of value in the same way that a Dracula Parrot or a minion chick lost its value. Now, you might still be able to go and get an okay trade for this pet since it's a legendary, and once this pet does leave the game, it will most likely go and increase in value. The main concerns for the minion chick and the Dracula Parrot was it was available for a long duration, but the Gloomy Dolphin doesn't sound like it's going to be in the game for a long time, which I guess is an added bonus that's going to factor in for the value of this pet. But by this point, I've already seen tons of Mega Neons of this pet existing and people going and using bots to go and harvest Gloomy Dolphins, which I guess is again one of the main concerns, that someone can go and bot this and go and get a ton of the Gloomy Dolphins. So you can let us know in the comment section what you guys think of the Gloomy Dolphin. Do you think it should be more valuable? Do you think it should have been harder to go and get? Do you think there should have been like a limit on this? Because unfortunately, people just don't think it's that valuable currently. I feel like in the future, yeah, it will probably be exciting because it's pretty cool if you have 2 Glormy pets equipped. Let's go and do this and this. They start interacting with each other. They start dancing. Maybe not on the moon. That's so strange. Let me go and respawn. And they'll probably start dancing when they're in my house. Let me go and show you. They go into these little astro balls and start floating around. Are they not gonna do it? What? Okay. I think it's broken. There we go. Look, they like look at each other, go into a little ball. Slightly fun. That's what all Glormy pets go and do. So yeah, let us know in the comment section what you think. If you enjoyed this video, make sure you go and like it. And yeah, this is my second channel. Most of my normal videos on the Cookie Cutter channel. You can press the button on the screen right now to go and watch a video on my main channel, which I think you're gonna go and love to go and watch next. So go and press that button. Not many people have watched this video on the screen right now, so it would be very cool if you've not watched it and you go and press the button right now to go and see it.